Hollywood, the biggest entertainment machine on the face of the earth. From the outside, it radiates glamour. Those red carpet flashes, the bromances, the success stories, and all those perfectly packaged fairy tales. But peel back the glitter, and what you find inside is ugly.
When you say teenage, how are we talking?
Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
A place rotting with jealousy, ego, and mediocrity. The dreams they sell don't exist, not in real life. A perfect example of this scam? The infamous Will Smith Chris Rock incident at the Oscars. Will didn't just slap Chris, he returned to his seat, stayed the rest of the night, and was handed an Oscar like nothing happened. And then, as expected, came the backlash. He's still struggling to shake it off. Meanwhile, Chris Rock didn't just survive the slap, he thrived. He went on to tour globally, earned millions, and even turned the incident into a punchline. Will was banned by TV shows, but Chris got booked on them. That's the real face of Hollywood's scam. Not the slap itself, but the fact that a room full of so-called icons, superheroes, heartthrobs, action legends sat through it in silence. Not a single person stood up for Chris. But how Chris went on to share the stage with them again and again. The system is so shallow. From cinema screens to your mind, this scam runs deep. Welcome to Sleuthing Scams. And today, we'll be talking about the Hollywood scam. It takes heart, time, and research to bring these videos to you, so show your support by clicking the subscribe button and hitting the bell icon. November 20th, 2009. The film The Blind Side hits theaters, a heartwarming tale based on the real story of Michael Oher, a homeless African-American teenager adopted by a wealthy, white family who guide him toward football greatness. Critics loved it. The public adored it. It also bagged an Oscar. But in August 2023, Michael Oher filed a lawsuit claiming he was never adopted by the Tuohy family. Hollywood loved the fairy tale, but the truth? It was never part of the script. Hollywood is seen as the dream factory. People dress like its characters, talk like them, live like them. But it's not a film industry, it's a void. A place that not only defines beauty standards, but dictates how the world lives, thinks, and worships fame. And what happens when the truth threatens the illusion? Let's go back to 1977, March 10th. Acclaimed director Roman Polanski is arrested in Los Angeles for the rape of a 13-year-old girl. He pleads guilty, then, just before sentencing, he flees the country, in exile, untouchable. Yet he never stopped working, never stopped winning awards. In 2003, Polanski wins the Academy Award for Best Director for The Pianist. He wasn't even there, but when his name was announced, the room gave him a standing ovation. That's not a glitch in the system, that is the system. Because in Hollywood, genius is a shield and accountability optional. Then there's Harvey Weinstein. For decades, he walked through every major awards show like a king. Photos of him with every A-list actress you can name. But behind closed doors, he was a predator. October 5th, 2017, the New York Times breaks the story. Ashley Judd, Rose McGowan, dozens more come forward. Over 80 women in total. Yet this was not new information to insiders. Harvey's behavior was an open secret, whispered about but never challenged. Because he controlled careers. If you crossed him, you vanished. That's the scam. Power protects power. And silence is the currency that buys you survival. More recently, in 2024, we saw the walls begin to close in on Sean Diddy Combs. For years, there were murmurs, allegations of abuse, manipulation, control. But in May 2024, Federal agents raided his homes in LA and Miami. The public saw headlines. What they didn't see were the names and institutions working behind the scenes to protect him for years. Artists like Jaguar Wright went public, accusing him of sexual abuse and exploitation rings, even implicating Hollywood elites.
They pay big to do damage and procure victims.
The industry's response? Silence. Because the only thing more valuable than truth in Hollywood is silence. And then there's Brendan Fraser. Remember him? Star of The Mummy, George of the Jungle, America's lovable hero. In 2018, he gave an interview to GQ magazine revealing that he was groped by Philip Burke, former president of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, in 2003. After that moment, Fraser said he was iced out. His career hit a wall, roles dried up. Invitations stopped. He became a ghost in an industry he once carried, and no one said a word. Not until 2022, when he returned in The Whale and finally received the Oscar he'd always deserved. But the years in between? That's what the scam steals. Not just your voice, but your time, your presence, your existence. The golden age of Hollywood was built on mystique. In the 1920s and 30s, people lined up around blocks to catch a glimpse of their favorite stars. There was no Twitter, no TMZ, no behind-the-scenes footage. Stars were mythical. They didn't sweat, they didn't age, they didn't fail. That illusion is what Hollywood sold. But now, in the age of social media, the cracks are showing. The curated image collapses when stars go live, when court documents leak, when apology videos feel robotic and rehearsed, when the ones we were told to admire are exposed not by tabloids, but by the truth itself. And the truth is this: Hollywood never cared about justice. It cared about image. As long as you play your role, stay pretty, stay silent, stay marketable, the machine works. But the moment you speak out, step out of line, or threaten the brand, you are replaced, erased, labeled difficult or unstable. Just ask Monique, who was blackballed after calling out Oprah and Tyler Perry. Just ask Rose McGowan, who screamed about Weinstein long before it was fashionable. Just ask Corey Feldman, who spent years talking about child abuse in Hollywood only to be laughed off by the same networks that protect predators. Hollywood is not a dream. It's a transaction. You trade silence for access, integrity for relevance, trauma for red carpets. And yet, the scam continues. Because it's powered by us, the audience. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the bell icon.